Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. What's going on, Pile 1? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in and channeling through messages from your person, okay? Direct to you. So whomever the love interest is on your mind, we're tapping into their energy and channeling through whatever their messages are to you. So keep in mind, you guys, it's a general collective love reading. Whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing or it just doesn't feel right, it's not resonating, just drop it and leave that bit of information or that message behind for whomever it might be resonating with. And I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below for booking details. There are a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including a $25 3 messages from your person reading that you can book. All right, but go see which ones meet your guys' needs. So Pile 1, we're going to get right into your reading. You're drawn to the blue Apatite tumble. Let's see, what are we doing here? We got their overall energy towards you in the connection. We have forgiveness, but it is showing up in the reverse. How they are viewing their connection with you. We have the full moon in Pisces. We also, which says balance, spirituality, and practicality. How they're viewing you in this connection. We have scribe showing up in the reverse. So we're going to read this shadow attribute, which says altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. We'll talk about that in the context of a love reading, okay? Now their main message, overall message to you is, you're my soulmate, okay? So yeah, I mean, your person feels, and it's neat that we have balancing spirituality and practicality with this overall message of them feeling like you are their soulmate. There does seem to be, I don't want to say a block, but like trouble in paradise. There's kind of an energy coming through Pile 1 that yes, your person sees you as a soulmate. For some of you, I'm hearing that they may even see you as everything that they wanted or everything that they thought they wanted. But somehow, some way, we have practicality kind of coming into there. And so there might be something that is off with the connection in your person's eyes where it's not practical. Let me clarify that and see what's going on. Forgiveness in the reverse. Tell me more about that. Was there a line crossed in this connection? With the shadow attribute where it says altering facts, of course, I don't think this is talking about plagiarizing others. That could be something, and maybe your person feeling like maybe you might be blowing things out of proportion. They could be blowing something out of proportion. There's kind of this energy here with this message where it says you're my soulmate, but I'm hearing or feeling like a but, right? You like pile one, you are my soulmate, but, right? Something about the connection just doesn't work, or it's not working, or something to that effect. Tell me about forgiveness in the reverse, please. You got the devil in the reverse. Someone's self-sabotaging. I'm going to have to lay that off to the side. Someone's self-sabotaging programming. Someone's letting kind of like anxiety or fear, doubt, insecurities kind of like impact the connection. And with scribe showing up in the reverse for how they're seeing you, it's like they're pointing towards your insecurities. It's like you're not seeing things clearly because you're listening to the voice of fear. And I'm hearing your person saying, and it's messing everything up. Okay, so, you know, in the energy that's coming through pile one, it's not so much that your person is like victim shaming, but they are looking at you as, you know, they're saying, like, one of their messages to you is like, you're blowing things out of proportion, you're creating problems that aren't necessarily there. You might be picking fights for what your person feels is for no reason, that are not necessary. And it could also be that, you know, they feel like you might be holding on to resentment, to bitterness, that you're not forgiving them, for like maybe stuff from the past. Tell me more about the devil in reverse energy, please. What was that? The Fool. Your person could be wanting a whole brand new beginning, like wanting to clear the slate, wanting to start fresh, and they're noticing, or they're observing, or they're realizing that may not be possible for you. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? It's very difficult for many people to get over, you know, past betrayals, past whatever. But honestly, like, the energy that's coming through, your person is really looking at you like, you know, so what could be happening is they might be owning up to what was done in the past, and they're wanting to start fresh, like a whole new clean slate. And the fact that we do have the devil showing up in the reverse, that can talk about overcoming, you know, whatever self-sabotaging behaviors or self-limiting beliefs that may have contributed to your person, maybe, you know, betraying you or betraying the connection. They're really trying to turn over a new leaf. And you're having a hard time forgiving and forgetting the past and moving forward. So your person is thinking, or they're seeing that it's like, where you're concerned, you're seeing trouble where trouble doesn't truly exist. Okay, this is just where they're coming from. All right, let's find out some more messages from them to you. We're just going to get 3 from this deck. What messages does pile one's person have for pile one at this time? I'm hearing them say that you're making a big deal out of nothing. Okay. Let's see, pile one's person. What do they want pile one to know, please? Their messages to pile one. They want you to know, pile one, that they feel so good when they're with you. We're going to get 2 more. We also have I don't know what to do or what to say. I just heard them say they don't know what to do or what to say to make it right in your eyes. Okay? They don't know what to do or what to say to maybe right a wrong. They don't know how to make it all better. They know that you're still having a very difficult time with whatever happened between the two of you in the past, and they genuinely want a brand new start with you and a clean slate. They want to do better. They want to be better, and they're saying that you're making it very difficult on them in the connection because and I get it, and I feel like your person understands it too. Like, you're on high alert with this person. That's just what happens when you experience you know, multiple, or it doesn't even have to be multiple. That's just what happens when you experience pain, especially if it's very deep, right? That gets buried in your nervous system, and you can't help but scan for threats. It's not necessarily that they're holding that against you. There is an understanding, and at the same time, they're also realizing and recognizing that your inability to, you know, also wipe the slate clean is impacting your guys' ability to move forward and make progress on a whole new path, okay? Let's get one more, please. What do they want pile one to know? Their messages to pile one, please. Okay. We have I'm serious about you / us. There may have been a point where they weren't taking you in this connection very seriously. And I'll be honest, the way that this card came out, it feels like your person, that's like them saying they're having a hard time taking you in this connection seriously, even though that they do. In terms of like really going all in and putting their head, you know, putting everything they got into it, because it feels like maybe mentally and emotionally there's setbacks happening in the connection all the time, because it's like there's not a clean slate, right? And I get it. Like, it's very difficult to wipe a slate clean of something like that. The nervous system doesn't just forget and say, oh, you know what I mean? So there's definitely some healing work that might be needing to happen if pile one, you are wanting, you know, a fresh, brand new start. But there is guidance here to maybe go and do the shadow work where you are associating threat with your person, and you can do that. You can you know, uproot that sense in your nervous system that your person is a threat. You can neutralize that, and you can actually, you know, provide us, you know, you can also move forward with your person with a clean slate if that's something that you're wanting to do. At the bottom of the deck, we have I'm feeling on top of the world. Okay, your person, like, when things are good between the two of you, oh yeah, because we have I'm feeling on top of the world at the bottom of the deck, and then we have I feel so good when I'm with you. When things are good with you guys, pile one, your person is like, it's really good. They love, I don't want to say the highs, but they love the good parts with you, right? It's like they live for that. And they're also recognizing, and I am sensing through the energies, that you are having a hard time really resting in that. It's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. I totally get it, you know? And your person understands too, and that they wish that there was something that they could do to help you rest in, you know, what they're seeing is what could be like the Garden of Eden or paradise between the two of you. Let's see, what more do we have? Pile one's person. What are their messages to pile one, please? Pile one's person, their messages to pile one. I'm afraid to contact you. Oh man, and then we have I don't know what to do or what to say, and then you guys were drawn to the blue apatite, which is about communication. Your person is wanting to talk to you, but for a lot of you, especially with that forgiveness being in the reverse, they're kind of fearing some kind of repercussion, or you know, they could feel like you're very much in that Queen of Swords energy, maybe in the reverse, just feeling very harsh, and that can be coming from, you know, being hurt, you know, feeling hurt and feeling afraid of letting down your guard against this person. They understand and realize it. Let's get a few more. Their messages to you. Okay, so we did have, I can't do this, but it is showing up in the reverse. Okay, so this is something they want to get, it's very, you know, they're understanding how difficult it is on both of you. But they want to do this. Okay, let's get one more. They're saying like they can do this. It's almost like they're pleading for you to kind of meet them halfway when it comes to that clean slate, or maybe put you guys, you know, with balancing spirituality and practicality. They're like, yes, you're my soulmate, but can we actually make it work? You know, can we do this? Is pile one going to be able to completely forgive the past and move forward with me as if I'm a whole brand new person, right? Let's get one more. Their messages to pile one, please. Yeah, so many things remind me of you. Okay, everywhere they go, they see, you know, just remnants of you everywhere. I'm also hearing in the music too. Music, they see signs of you, maybe your name, a lot of things. They say so many things remind them of you, pile one. What else do we got going on? What was at the bottom of the deck on that one? I'm not financially stable at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So they could be distracted right now. That could be something that they're kind of working on. Let's see. Pile one, their messages to pile one. We have ancestral karma. This is their clearing negative ancestral patterns that were passed down through generations. Don't rush the journey. Yeah, your person could be dealing with some patterns that they picked up, or there could be something going on like that devil in the reverse energy. Your person, that feels like they're trying to heal from that. Whatever that devil energy was, that was a lot of what caused you guys, you know, it caused your person to basically hurt the connection and hurt you. And whatever was driving that devil energy, it originated, it could be even ancestral, it could be like a generational thing. It's something that's been passed down from generation to generation, and your person wants to break that so-called curse. Okay, that curse that caused them to show up in this connection in a way that sabotaged it, is what it feels like. Let's get a couple more. What do they want pile one to know, please? I just heard them say, I'm trying, pile one, I'm trying. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be a better man. I'm trying to be a better woman, okay? They want to do that for you, and they want to be that for you. But they're also saying, and you're making it really hard, because it's like, and I get it, you know, they get it as well, but it's like what they're saying is you keep holding the past over me. You keep holding the past, you know, over the connection as well. And it's almost like they feel like you're holding this whole brand new start and this fresh start hostage, or your fear is, at least, right? Again, totally get it. That's what happens when something impacts the nervous system. It's very difficult for the nervous system to let go of something like that, but it can happen. Let's get a couple more. Couple more, please. What do they want pile one to know? Leap of faith. There's that full energy again. It says they did not expect this love to run this deep. They're putting their pride aside and taking that leap of faith. Your person could be very prideful, or could have been very prideful and full of, like, you know, ego, but not healthy ego, like a wounded ego. Again, that could be pointing back to that ancestral karma. But they're wanting to set something aside for the benefit of this connection and take a leap of faith. That's that full energy. Full energy is like uncharted territory. It's a clean slate. It's like, you know, your person wanting a different dynamic, and that it's not okay. So I'm hearing something about they're not sugarcoating. That's not what they're doing, and they're not asking you to sweep anything under the rug. But they're saying, if we really want to make this work and truly make it work, right? Not lip service, but truly make it work. It's like we have to start all over again. Not in a bad way, you know, wipe that slate clean as if none of the bad stuff happened. They're not saying not to talk about it, right? But they're saying, like, especially for those of you where you've already had conversations with your person, they've already apologized, they've already owned up to it. It's like, can we put that in the past and move forward and start making new memories and start talking about new things in the future and stuff like that instead of focusing on the past? One more, please. For some of you, this is a very specific message, but your person is wondering whether or not maybe going to counseling or maybe going to therapy can maybe help you guys neutralize the pain that was caused from your guys' past experiences with your person, okay? And for some of them, they're even willing to go do that with you. Couples counseling, therapy, stuff like that. Let's get one more. Do I want both of these? Yeah, we'll do them. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have stuck in a loop. It says a pattern has become familiar to them and they are wanting to break free from the same loop. They keep repeating again. That's that leap of faith. Break in ancestral karma. They don't want a repeat of your guys' past. They genuinely like feeling on top of the world and that they feel so good when they're with you. They want to mirror that back to you. They want you to feel so good when you're with them. And they want you to feel like, you know, you're on top of the world when, you know, you're with them. And they also realize that in order for you to be that way, they have to inherently naturally be a safe space. And they're willing to do the work to genuinely be a safe space for you in this connection, okay? They are. So let's see what we got here. We have wishing well. It says, there's a lot of excitement in the air. You awakened a new life in them that has them lost in a field of possibilities. Yeah, your person is actually very excited and hopeful about a brand new beginning and you guys starting all over again. They really are, okay? We also have lustful desires. There is a difference between love and lust. Don't let your desire destroy you. Overcome that. Yeah, and that might be what they're working on destroying, okay? Your person could have like a sex addiction. They could have just an addiction to third parties. They could have an addiction to external validation and stuff like that. Again, feels like it's generational. Now, whether or not that, you know, because the need for validation can present itself in many ways, but for your person extensively, or I should say personally for your person, it may have come through in a way where it caused them to cheat, betray the connection, step out, entertain, you know, third parties and stuff like that. But it literally says, you know, they're working to overcome the spirit of lust because they are understanding and realizing how it's destroyed the trust in the connection, right? And you need trust to have a solid foundation. All right, pile one, that was your messages. I should say messages from your person, hopefully. You got from this reading what you came here for. If you did, do me a favor, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile one, I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. What's going on, pile two? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing a Pick a Card Love reading. We're tapping in and channeling through your person's messages to you. Your person is very distracted, pile two. I will tell you that right now. I don't know if they're neurodivergent or something like that, but I'm having a very difficult time focusing. Anyway, yeah, just keep in mind it's a general collective love reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. I'm going to have to get something to ground because, oh my gosh, I cannot with this energy. So just whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't quite resonating, just drop that bit of information, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. Does your person get overstimulated quite easily? Because all of a sudden my senses are very heightened and every little thing seems to be bothering me right now. Give me a minute. All right. You gotta grab this energy. I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, I know I don't have to apologize. It's just the energy that's coming through, but it's gonna take me a second. It won't take me that long. Yeah, anyway. I have personal readings, you guys. You know the drill. Just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including a $25 3 messages from your person reading that you can buy as a personal, okay? So let's see, you guys were drawn to the Spirit Quartz cluster. We'll put that over here. All right, let's get into your reading. Your person's overall energy when it comes to the connection. We got resolution, but it is showing up in the reverse. How they see the connection itself. We have a waxing moon. It says the energy is gaining momentum, okay? How they're seeing you, this is trickster. In the upright, so we're going to read the light attribute. It says transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. You keep things exciting, or there's something about the connection itself. But no, this is you. This is how they see you. They see you as keeping things very exciting in this connection, okay? Their overall energy, or the main message here we have, I crave you like none other. Look at all this like purplish vibes here, okay? There could be like a telepathic connection between the two of you. There could just be a very spiritual connection in this between the two of you, or a bond. Okay, we'll put that over there, right there. All right, let's see what's going on with resolution in the reverse. Actually, let me check the book on that real quick. The number 40 could be significant. Let me just read this real quick. There seems to be, there's a couple of messages coming through. There seems to be kind of like an ongoing obstacle getting in the way here that could be impacting, you know, because the energy, the way your person sees a connection itself, like the connection itself just seems to have a natural cadence where it's building momentum. Like if left, I don't want to say unchecked, but if left unchecked, it's like, you know, naturally the bond between the two of you wants to elevate, wants to reach milestones. It's just that's just how your person sees it, right? Well, yeah, it says I crave you like no other. That might be why it came through that way, like if left unchecked. Like your person is almost seeing things like they could, and maybe even have, gotten swept off of their feet from you in this connection. But there's something getting in the way with resolution showing up in the reverse. With the additional meanings of resolution in the reverse, this is seeking forgiveness, regrets, acutely aware that your reputation precedes you. There is kind of an energy here of your person, I don't know, wanting to turn over a new leaf of some kind. What's going on with resolution in the reverse? Give me a minute. Resolution in the reverse. What's going on with that, please? Queen of Wands. Is there another person getting in the way here? Okay, is the Queen of Wands pile 1 or pile 2? Or is it a third? Is it somebody else? It's somebody else. Okay. It could be a fire sign. So there's a third party in the mix somewhere. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. Now with that person, because it came out with the Lovers in the reverse, okay? whoever this Queen of Wands person is, it's not who your person wants. It's not who they're choosing with the Lovers in the reverse. There's not an actual connection between the two of them. It could be more karmic, right? Because for the overall message that came out for you guys, pile 2, is that they crave you like none other. Okay, they crave you like they've never craved or don't crave anyone else, including this Queen of Wands energy that came up in the upright position. Queen of Wands energy is very magnetic. It can be very seductive, very attractive, very magnetizing, and despite all of that, your person is saying, but I want you. I crave you, pile 2. Right? I'm going to leave those out. Let's see. Pile 2's person, what do they want pile 2 to know? One more shuffle. What do they want pile 2 to know? Ah, there we go. It says, I'm not over my ex / the third party. Yeah. We'll dig a little bit more, because that doesn't necessarily mean that they're hung up on the third party, or if they are hung up on the third party, it may not be like because they love them or anything like that, but we'll see. It's not always about that, but we'll do a little bit more digging. What do they want pile 2 to know? Pile 2's person, what do they want pile 2 to know? What do they want pile 2 to know, please? Your person's very closed off right now. What do they want pile 2 to know? Their messages to pile 2, please. What do we have? Pure manipulation. Whoa. And it's showing up right underneath where it says trickster, but in the shadow attribute it says manipulating others through duplicity. Let's get one more. This largely feels like your person almost putting the brakes on this connection because of the third party, and it feels like their messages seem to be referencing more the third party than it is your guys' connection. This almost feels like your person, their messages to you, they want to explain themselves. Okay, it's what that feels like, but we'll see. But again, it's like if they're not over the ex, then, or you know, whoever the third party is, that, oh yeah, because I was saying that I was distracted. Maybe that's where their focus is going. They're being distracted by the third party. It's really interesting though, because I would expect if your person was being manipulated by the actual third party, if they were being love bombed or gaslit, I would have expected the Queen of Wands to come out in the reverse position, and that's not what happened. The Queen of Wands came out in the upright position. So it may not necessarily that your person is being manipulated by the third party. It could be that they're being manipulated by something else. Maybe their attachment to the third party is manipulating your person. Okay, because like, I don't know if you guys know a lot about attachment issues or insecure attachment issues. They can cause you to behave in really messed up ways. It has, you know, anyway, let's get one more. Yeah, then we have I like things right where they're at. Okay, so I mean, if this is legitimately a third party love triangle, and then here we have I need you and I miss you. So I mean, your person, they do, there is, you know, they do feel gravity when it comes to you. You also, like the third party, they may not be over them, but they are also referencing that you also have a very magnetic gravitational pull when it comes to them in this connection. But with there being two parties here that your person is feeling, it almost feels like they're equally like connected to both of you, but they crave you more than they crave the third party. that just could very well be because of a toxic attachment going on between them and the third party. They're not necessarily being manipulated by the person, they're being manipulated by their own insecure attachment issues. Okay. But I like things right where they're at. I don't know what your dynamic is, but they're saying like they prefer it there. There's a comfort zone here, a toxic comfort zone being referenced, and not necessarily wanting to rock the boat. Now, with the Lovers showing up in the reverse, but clarifying, you know, coming out with the Queen of Wands in the upright position, it's not the person, it's not that the Queen of Wands is wrong for your person, it's just the connection itself. It feels more karmic, okay? That connection with the third party or the ex is activating an existing toxic, insecure attachment in your person that they're needing to break. But, you know, so there is a sense of unfinished business pointing back towards a third party. Let's see what other messages do they have for you. What do they want pile 2 to know, please? This says I have trouble with intimacy, but it's showing up in the reverse. That's interesting. Let's see what's going on with that. That might be them not wanting to admit that, not seeing that. What do they want pile 2 to know? We have, I'm afraid to contact you, and I can't do this. Bottom of the deck, we have, you inspire me. Let me get a few more out. Actually, no, what I want to do is look at with why is I have trouble with intimacy. Why is that showing up in the reverse here? There's something they're not wanting to admit, you guys, okay? Here's the fact of the matter is that, yeah, your person has some kind of an insecure attachment style, and it may very well be they have one that doesn't, it's not necessarily that your person isn't afraid of letting you in. Their attachment is with someone else, okay? Yes, they crave you and they crave their connection with you. They crave you and their connection with you like none other. But if their attachment, if their insecure, toxic attachment is attached to someone else and not this connection, the gravitational pull is going to be stronger towards the person they are toxically attached to. That's, what do they call it? Like karmic, a karmic soulmate, right? Very much karmic. They're having a hard time letting you in this connection in because they are, right now, their time, their attention, their focus, their energy, they are fixated on somebody else. Okay? Their loyalty, everything's being hijacked by, you know, their own toxic attachment style or their own toxic attachment system. And right now, it's attached to someone else and not you in this connection. Why is, I'm afraid to contact you? Why is that there? Why is I'm afraid to contact you here, please? Tell me more about I'm afraid to contact you. What do we got? We got the King of Wands in the reverse. They're not feeling like themselves, and they're also not very confident, okay? But there's also something with the Eight of Swords coming out in the reverse. They're seeing something very clearly, or the blindfold has come off. So what's the Eight of Swords in reverse about? With them being in the King of Wands in the reverse position, this could just talk about them not being able to match your energy or just not being able to show up in this connection in the way that they know that they need to. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords in the reverse. They're not feeling their best right now. They're not the most confident. They could very well have a very low self-esteem, a very low image of themselves. Tell me about the Eight of Swords in the reverse, please. Healing. Okay. Three of Swords in the reverse. Oops, sorry. What does this mean for their connection with pile 2, though? Whoa. Oh, wow. So they walked away from you guys in this connection? Possibly, you know, to make it work with a third party here. So, yeah, it's very interesting that we have there the way they see that you're... Okay, so it's one of those, like, they see the potential of the connection, like it could gain momentum, but they keep slamming the brakes or pumping the brakes or even just walking away from the connection altogether. To possibly go and try, maybe to heal themselves with the King of Wands in the reverse, right? You guys are going to know more than likely, especially with I can't do this coming out. They could have went back to a third party to try to make it work with a third party. All right, tell me about I can't do this. And that's why it's like they're afraid to contact you. I don't know if they know that you already know this, or they're afraid to tell you that. But there's a sense of they're afraid to contact you because it's almost like they know they're in trouble with you, or they're going to be in trouble with you, whatever the case may be. Tell me about I can't do this, please. Strength. Yeah, they might see you as kind of like a temptation to them. It's like I can't, what they're saying is, it's like I want to do this with you, pile 2, but I can't. It's like their loyalty feels like it might be somewhere else. Okay? But again, you know, with I need you and I miss you, you know, a bit of comfort for you guys if you want it. It's like, they want you to know, one of their messages, pile 2, is they want you to know it's not that you never mattered, or they never valued you, or they didn't, you know, like you, love you, care about you, nothing like that. They're saying I need you and I miss you. They genuinely do miss you. But there's unfinished business, and it could very well be a karmic contract that's needing to be dissolved. It's like, until that unfinished business is wrapped up between them and the third party, it's just going to be this endless back and forth, right? Yeah. Let's see. Let's get some messengers from the heart. What do they want pile 2 to know, please? Solitude. This says time spent in solitude has given them a chance to get to know themselves better and set a more solid foundation. So for many of you, it's not even an active love triangle, okay? It's not necessarily that your person left this connection to go try and work things out with a third party. They legitimately could have just wanting to heal with that, you know, Eight of Swords in the reverse clarified by, you know, the King of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Swords in the reverse. It's like your person wanting to heal, wanting to find themselves again, wanting to remember who they are, because right now they're just not in it, right? Themselves, I should say. That solitude is like the hermit. And, you know, when I saw the Eight of Cups, then when I see the Eight of Cups, that's what I think of. It's like they're going up the mountain to go into hermit mode, which is self-reflection, which is for the purposes of healing. And I feel like that's what your person is doing, because we saw the cards come out for that, right? They are seeing something very clearly, and they're wanting to resolve whatever that is, okay? Because they are starting to realize that they are being manipulated by, you know, some kind of devil energy in their life, but it's personal to them. It's attachments, right? A toxic attachment issue that they have, keeping them stuck maybe on somebody from the past, okay? Let's get one more. We have temptation. Okay, it says each day gets harder and harder to resist what they know in their heart to be true. They see you as their forbidden fruit. Let me get one more. I'll clarify that. We also, we have divine intervention and energy cords, okay? Give me a second. The bottom of the deck says passion ignited. Oh, yeah, because they crave you. So, you know, there is a very raw, intense sexual chemistry that the two of you have. That is unmatched even with whomever that past person is. It just feels like there's an open karmic contract that your person needs to heal from. It doesn't necessarily mean like they got to call that person to get closure. They just need to go and do that shadow work to dissolve those energetic cords. So passion ignited says their intense sexual desire towards you, pile 2, is making it hard for them to know the difference between lust and love. And, you know, that could be their problem. They're trying to figure out, you know, is this gravitational pull that I feel towards pile 2, is that the real thing, or is that a toxic attachment thing being activated, okay? So energy cord says despite the distance between you, they still feel the energetic cords that are keeping you two connected. Yeah, and that's why we have I need you and I miss you at the bottom of the deck. If you guys are not talking, that does not mean that they're not thinking about you, especially with this energy of they crave you like no other. That energy suggests that they think about you in this connection a lot, if not all the time, okay? Divine intervention says they are experiencing many tower moments in their life where it's helped them gain clarity on this connection. Yeah, that's that Eight of Swords energy that we saw in the reverse too. That they have realized something. Let's see if we can find out what that is. What have they realized? And it could be that Three of Swords in the reverse, that they need to heal, right? They need to heal, and that's why they walked away from this connection. Because, you know, their toxic attachment to the past or to a person, you know, was causing them not to be able to show up in this connection in a way that could honor it and do it justice. But we'll see one more. Actually, tell me about temptation. Is this specifically about pile 2, or is it just temptation in general? Is this about pile 2? Yeah, it's temptation in general, and it also includes you, and here's the tower at the bottom of the deck, okay? Yeah. So, your person just has that temptation. They just have that, as long as, you know, as long as that toxic attachment issue is still active, they're going to have a very difficult time doing any connection or any bond justice. And they're realizing that with divine intervention here, they are seeking help, whether it's spiritual help, you know, but divine intervention, you know, they could be doing, or, you know, doing shadow work, what we would call shadow work. They could be praying, seeking help, divine intervention, all that good stuff. All right, you guys, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated, or I should say, I hope that you got from this reading what you came here for, okay? If you did get from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. In pile 2, I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. What's going on, pile 3? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in and channeling through your person's messages to you. What are they wanting you to know? So just keep in mind, it's a collective general love reading. Whatever resonates, you can do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that bit of information and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available. If you want me to tap exclusively into your guys' connection, just check the description box. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in this specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including a $25 3 messages from your person reading that you can book. Okay, so go check them out, see which ones fit your needs. In pile 3, we're going to get right into your messages. You guys were drawn to the Tiger Eye Owl. Let's see. The owl wants to go over there for now. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Your person's overall energy when it comes to you in the connection. We have union, but it's showing up in the reverse. How they're seeing the connection itself. We have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. How they're seeing you in the connection. We have warrior, but it's showing up in the reverse. So the shadow attribute says, Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay. Their main message to you is, you are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars. What is going on here? Let me check the book for what it says for union first, and that's in the reverse. We do have the number 1 here, so there might be, yeah, something about reconciliation or reunion, maybe not quite being ready for it yet. Let me read the book real quick, okay? Your person could be feeling possibly like maybe feeling disrespected by you, feeling slighted by you, especially with the shadow attribute, because this is how they're showing you, this is how they're seeing you in relation to this connection. And again, it says trading ethical principles for victory at any costs. So there's almost a sense, okay, so that kind of feels like the 5 of Swords energy, being very cutthroat, hitting below the belt. Not at the very least, it's like being mean-spirited, not being very nice, okay? That's how they see you in the connection anyway. You know, and the fact that they see you as, like, they see you as everything to them. You're everything. You are their sun, their moon, and their stars. But there's almost a sense of them, I don't know, especially if there's conflict between the two of you. If you've made your person very mad, it's definitely, that's how they're seeing you in the connection. It's like, you know, pile 3 is really upset with me right now. And they want reconciliation, but maybe doubting that reconciliation is possible. Maybe it's, you know, they're wanting to kind of separate themselves from you in this connection, wanting things to settle down between the two of you. But there is a sense of, you know, because this is where your person sees a connection itself. The answers you need are coming. There is a conversation, especially because it says full moon in Gemini. There is definitely a communication or a conversation your person feels needs to be had, okay, here. But, you know, they're not ready to have that conversation yet because tensions between the two of you might be really high. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're just not ready. Reunion, they are desiring reunion and even reconciliation, but it's just there's a sense of it's just not the time. The timing is not now. Tensions need to settle down, right? Let's see, pile 3's person. What do they want pile 3 to know? One more shuffle. What do they want pile 3 to know, please? Pile 3's person. What does pile 3's person want pile 3 to know? Okay, we have sticking up for you and hyping you up to others. Okay. So they're not throwing you under the bus. They do want you to know that. They're not bad-mouthing you behind your back. If anyone is wanting to gossip about you or talk bad about you in your absence, it's like they shut that down. And not only do they shut it down, but they actually speak highly of you, okay? But the first thing I heard is they want you to know they're not throwing you under the bus, okay? So, I mean, if there is something going on between the two of you where you're feeling very upset, maybe some harsh words were exchanged, your person is understanding where that's coming from and they're not holding it against you, okay? And they're definitely not gossiping and, you know, behind your back and or anything like that. What do they want pile 3 to know? What does pile 3's person want pile 3 to know? Where's it at? I'm not a safe space for you, huh? And that is showing up underneath the warrior in the reverse. And that might be why you're super on high alert and on guard with this person. But I mean, it's coming through in a very sharp, like, you know, when it comes to your person, you're sharp. Your edges are very sharp when it comes to this person. There could even be, you could be radiating, or you may have even communicated to your person, pile 3, like don't come over here, don't step foot in my direction, like being very, very harsh, right? Very harsh. Your person may even feel like you could be condescending towards them as well. Let me get one more. What do they want pile 3 to know? Pile 3's person, what are they wanting pile 3 to know? Okay, so this came out where it says, let's spend more quality time together. But it was very, very iffy. There's an iffiness to they want to spend quality time with you. They want to get together. They want to have a very important conversation. And at the same time, they're almost afraid to. At the bottom of the deck, it says these skeletons are staying in my closet. Oh, but that could be energy that's leaving though, because it does say the answers you need are coming. So your person could be contemplating like, okay, maybe they need to sit you down, pile 3, and, you know, answer all of your questions, no matter how hard it's going to be for them, right? But let me double check. Tell me more about these skeletons are staying in my closet. Tell me more about this bottom of the deck energy, please. Okay, yeah, they are wanting to talk to you about whatever those skeletons in the closet are. They actually want to air those out to you. Okay, meaning oh wow. And then we got the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is not them like opening up and showing you the skeletons in their closet. It's not going to be comfortable for them, but they're doing it from a space of love. They want to open up. They want to be more vulnerable. They want to explain themselves. This is one of the messages that's coming through pile 3. Maybe, you know, clear the air about something. So there could be a breakthrough in communication happening here, you know, if you guys are up for it, pile 3, with your person. But one of the main messages coming through is they want to talk to you, and not just talk to you, but have an actual open and honest, transparent conversation about a lot of things you have questions about, pile 3. All right, it's like you have answers and your person genuinely, honestly wants to answer them. Okay, honestly. What messages, what do they want pile 3 to know? Pile 3's person. What are they wanting pile 3 to know? Oh, it says I miss being with you. Your person misses being with you, pile 3. Okay. Tell me more. Their messages to pile 3, please. What do they want pile 3 to know? Oh, it says I want you back. Yeah, they want reconciliation. They also say they don't know what you want. Okay, they don't know what you want. Bottom of the deck says I am recovering. So let me look at what's going on with I am recovering. What's that about? Recovering from what? Something they feel that was holding them back from, you know, the future, a future with you. Tell me more about the 3 of Wands in the reverse. They're recovering from something that was just messing with their future overall. Tell me more about the 3 of Wands in the reverse, please. Something that got in the way of their future they're recovering from. Something they're recovering from is something that made them on the defensive. They were always on the defensive about something. Or this could be, you know, they're recovering from something that put you on the defensive when it came to this connection. Whatever it was that caused you to be kind of in the 5 of Swords energy, it's like they're recovering from, either they're recovering from maybe sabotaging energies that caused you to be on the defensive, or it could be like they're recovering from, you know, maybe some harsh words that was said. Maybe they're, you know, you see, there's a few different messages coming out with that. Both or all of them could apply. Let me see, one more. Yeah, we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. They're headed your way, but very slowly. Okay. The Three of Pentacles showing up at the bottom of the deck. They're definitely wanting to get together and work through things with you, trying to find a common ground to work towards, trying to find a shared goal or a shared project, you know, trying to put the pieces back together is what they're saying. Okay. Let's get some messages from the heart. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm not a safe space for you. Recovering from that, like the reason why they're not a safe space for you, there's something going on with your person. And that also, it feels like that's what they're recovering from, was whatever it was that may have caused you, again, I know, I think I've already said that, something that caused you, their behavior, the way they've shown up, something that they've done, something that they've said, that caused you to have your defenses up, that caused you to be in this very mean-spirited, pissed off, even maybe revengeful, right, kind of energy towards them. And the reason why they're saying that they're recovering from that is because they don't want to engage in that behavior anymore. Whatever made you mad, whatever they did that really pissed you off and incensed you and makes you want to like hurt them back, they don't want to do that anymore. Okay. What does pile three's person want pile three to know? We have watching you. Okay. This says they've been watching your social media to see what you post and get clues to know how to approach you. Whoa. Yeah. They're trying to get a read on your energy. They're trying to get a feel for where you're at. They do want to reach out. They do want to communicate, but they want to make sure that the communication that the two of you have is actually constructive. Again, they want to build with you. They want to rebuild with you, but you know, they know that in order for that to happen, you actually have to be at a place with them where your guard is down, you're more receptive. I'm hearing them say, you know, they want you to hear them out, right? They know you have questions and they want to answer them, but the conversation isn't going to be, it's not going to be beneficial when your defenses are up, especially if you're still really mad and wanting to lash out at them, okay? Let's get a couple more. What do they want pile three to know, please? Pile three's person. We have building an empire. They see how their focus on material things hasn't made them happy and it's only holding them back from love. Okay. So, I mean, they could have been focusing on the wrong things. That might be something else they're wanting to talk to you about. Realizing that, you know, it wasn't right to focus on those things. Whatever was taking their attention, whatever was distracting them from them and the connection, it's like they want to talk about those things. They want to address those things. And more importantly, what they're wanting you to know, pile three, is that they realize and are acknowledging and are owning up to those things. All right, let me get one more. What does pile three want? Pile three's person want pile three to know? The fight. It says their inner warrior is being activated. They're getting ready to fight for you and overcome their fears of love. And it's interesting to note here that we have it's talking about their inner warrior, and then the way they're seeing you is with that warrior in the reverse. Okay. A message that's coming through pile three, it's like, how can we figure out, pile three, how can you and I, pile three, how can we figure out, stop fighting each other? Right? Let's stop fighting against each other and start fighting the things that have caused obstacles in our connection. Rather than fighting each other, let's figure out what forces have been causing us to fight each other and fight that instead. Like, instead of fighting against each other, let's fight with each other to help our bond, to help our connection and stuff like that. Bottom of the deck says family tree. There's cultural differences, different values, beliefs, or tradition that pose a challenge to this connection. That might be something else they're wanting to fight against with you. Okay, getting together and figuring out, okay, what are the differences that are getting in the way here, and can we find a common ground? Heavy on the Three of Pentacles coming through. Let's figure out what the problem is and fight the problem, not each other. Okay, that kind of energy. Let's see. Yeah, pile three, those were your messages. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. It's a great way to show your appreciation. Also, comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you have not already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I'll see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys.